Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Strategy of Catan with me, Iswan. In this game, I'm going to be placing in third position as black. The first immediate spot that pops out to me is that 693 or wheat over on the left hand side of the board. There's only really one good ore spot, and that's the 6 ore on this board, so I think taking that spot's very important to winning this game and controlling this game. So let's see what Orange does. Orange plays on the 5, 10, 9 wood brick sheep. I really don't like this position. I think the brick wood sheep with your first choice is very weak. You need ore and wheat to build cities in this game, and not choosing ore or wheat can definitely mean that you're going to struggle to build cities in the late game. Blue also chooses to go on the 5, 10, 8 brick wood sheep. I really don't like this. As I just explained, it's going to be really hard for them to build cities and settlements. And buy dev cards as well. So that leaves the 6, 3, 9 or wheat open for me, and I'm just jumping straight on it. Red jumps on the 6, 5, 11 brick wood ore. I like this as a spot, but they should have definitely chosen it second, so they could have got a free road. The immediate spot that pairs well with it is the 10, 9, 11 ore wheat sheep, but that's going to leave them pretty clogged in the middle of the board, especially considering where everyone else has placed so far, and not leave them anywhere to expand. So, yeah, pointing their road inwards really isn't helping them. They're obviously trying to get to that 4, 5 wheat wood spot, but that may not be open. So yeah, they're taking their time, and they do choose that 9, 10, 11, which is going to stop them from having any expansion spots, especially pointing their road down like that. So what I've done here is jumped on the 4, 8 wheat sheep. Now there's a few reasons that I've done this here. The first reason is that I really want to play a strong development card game in this game, because there isn't really any other player that's going to challenge me for development cards. The only other viable spot that I really see in this game for me to choose here is the 6, 3, 11 brick wood sheep up the top there, and then kind of expand up to the brick port, getting some more wood. That would be a pretty good spot. I'd be getting all 5 resources and a decent amount of each. I'd be able to use the brick port to convert my brick to sheep to make development cards and take largest army. But the reason I go on that 4, 8 is because by going on the 4, 8 down the bottom, it locks every other player out of wheat in this game, and that's strong. Red's kind of blocked in, especially now that I've blocked them from getting on the 4, 5. So if you look, red really has nowhere to expand. So with this settlement placement, I've blocked red from expanding and blocked the other 2 players out of wheat. So it's going to make them quite weak in this game. So that's why I've chosen to go on the 4, 8. And the reason I went on the 4, 8 instead of the 3, 4, 8 is just because the wheat port down there is going to be a lot easier to get to. It's only 1 road away, and it does block red from that 4, 5 spot. So I've pretty much shut down red's entire game. Blue decides to go on the 6, 2 or wheat. This is probably the best spot they can go on. The 2's not going to roll very often in this game, but that's, probably the best thing they could have done. Orange should probably take the 6, 3, 11, but takes the 6, 11, 12. I don't really get this. I think the 6, 3, 11 would have been stronger. Alright, let's get this game rolling. So my first goal in this game is going to be getting down to that 2 for 1 port. The wheat down the bottom. I do produce a lot of wheat in this game, so getting on that 2 for 1 port will give me a lot of flexibility. Orange builds up to the 2 for 1 brick port, which is very important for them as they don't produce ore or wheat. So getting on that brick port is important because they need ore or wheat to build settlements and build cities. I roll a 7 here, but take too long to choose where I want to put it. My thought process was that I really needed to go for brick or wood. I really need to trade for brick or wood in this game. I didn't want to block that, but I probably should have seen that I don't have brick or wood at the moment, so I should have just stuck it on that 6 brick and stopped red and orange from expanding, but yeah, missed out on that opportunity. Blue builds up to the 3 for 1 port, which is important for them because they're going to have to, again, 3 for 1 everything for wheat in this game. So getting on the 3 for 1 port here for them is very important. I had to pass my turn with 7 cards in hand because I had 3 sheep and 4 wheat, which there's just nothing I can do with here. I doubt anyone was going to trade me ore, so probably should have tried to trade blue for some ore. Maybe they would have done like a wheat for ore or something like that. Orange offers a wheat for ore trade. I'm definitely going to take this right here. It's going to put me 1 roll away from getting a city. So, I mean, it lets them build a settlement, but it puts me really close to a city. So I'm happy to take that risk. But then bang, get 7'd out. It's really hurts here. I could have either built a city if I got an ore, or at least taken 2 dev cards next turn. So that 7 really hurt. And then blue goes ahead and puts the rubber on my 9 wheat. That is just shocking for me right now. So I'm going to have to buy a development card, get a knight, which is really good. That means I can move that robber away next turn. Red rolls an 8 and starts building towards that 8-4-3. It's going to be really hard. They've got 2 more roads to build before they get that 8-4-3, and then blue might even beat them there. And blue builds on that 3 for 1 port. A good get for blue there. I use my knight and then choose to rob orange because I know they produce a lot of wood and brick, and then I get a wood, which is really good. So I'm going to trade really hard here to get a brick. It's going to be really hard for me to build roads, so I have to take the opportunity when I get it. When I get a wood or brick in my hand, I really need to capitalize on it and make sure I don't lose that card, because yeah, road building for me is very difficult in this game. No one trading with red. That's going to make their game even harder. So orange rolls a 7 and puts the rubber on the 9 wheat. Again, this really hurts me. Although I do have 2 other wheat hexes, I still want to be getting as much wheat as possible. Wheat is really rare for orange and blue, so I want to be using that wheat as trade material. And then blue builds down to the 8-4-3. This is crushing for red. I feel really bad for them in this game. 3 rolls give me a wheat, so that means I've got a development card in hand. And then got the sheep in hand to do a 4 for 1 if I need to get the brick that I want. So in this situation, I'm going to, in my next turn, be doing the 4 for 1 to get a brick. Get an ore here. So I'm going to buy a dev card before I do my 4 for 1, just in case I get a road building or something like that. I'm going to try and trade 2 for 1 first, just to see if anyone's going to accept it. I doubt they will. I noticed red accepts the trade, but they've disconnected from this game and now a bot. So I really don't want to trade with a bot. I don't think that's very fair. So I'm just going to do a 4 for 1 and build my road towards the wheat port. See, I don't really blame red for disconnecting here. They have really been shut out completely out of this game. But yeah, that's kind of a good thing to keep in mind. If there's 2 good spots in the middle of the board, you know, if you take both of them, you're probably going to be locked in like this and really have nowhere to expand to. Blue rolls a 9, and yeah, just having that robber on my 9 is really hurting me. It's been a big target so far this game. And then blue buys a development card. Bit of a strange decision in my opinion. I make a big mistake here and roll before I use my robber. Lucky it doesn't come back to bite me. But yeah, I put the robber on the 6 brick again and then get a brick. So this is really good. This stealing from orange to get road building materials is really working out. Orange builds down the 3 for 1 port. So that's going to help them because they do have a lot of production. Blue rolls a 7. And they're deciding where to put the robber. And they've put it on the 9 brick. So it's obvious they see orange as a threat here. I'm going to try and trade my sheep for ore so I can build a city. Or try and get a settlement. Again, red accepts the trade offer, but I don't want to trade with a bot, so I just decide to take a development card here and get a victory point. This kind of helps me. I'm going to need to get 2 eventually anyway, so get another ore, which is good. What is blue going to do? So blue's using their dev card. No, sorry, blue rolls a 7 and then puts the robber on the 6 brick. This is good. It tells me that blue thinks that orange is a threat, and they really are a threat to them in this game. It's going to be a battle between blue and orange for longest road, so it does make sense for blue and orange to block each other, which is good for me because it means that I'm not going to be blocked. So I've got enough resources in my hand now for a city. When it comes to my turn, just got to cross my fingers that I don't get 7'd out. So what's blue doing? Blue has 9 cards and a 3-for-1 port, so it's very dangerous. They do a 3-for-1 or for wheat. That's really heavy. You can't be doing that too often. So I'm going to try and trade for a wood here and build a city and a settlement in one go. That'll be amazing if someone accepts one of these trades. But no one goes for it, so I'm just going to build a city on the 693 to increase my city building potential and then go and buy a development card. So an 8 rolls, giving blue a lot of wood, so I really like this. A lot of wood on the board means that it's going to be easy to trade for, so I'm hoping that next turn I can make a trade and take some of this wood. But then blue builds a city. This is really impressive considering that they don't produce wheat, or much wheat. It's impressive that they've managed to get a city this early. Roll another 8 and they get 4 wood on that 8. I'm really hoping they need sheep because I really want some of that wood. Blue's asking for wheat and sheep, but I can't do that because that'll mean that I can't build my settlement. So I think in this case I'm just going to buy another development card and get another knight. Orange now. More wood for blue. Surely they're going to have to trade away some of this wood. 17 cards. So blue's going to be able to do something big this move. So they have to go 6 for 2, wheat for brick, and then build a settlement on the 5-2. At this point, they're just building settlements wherever they can, and they're buying more development cards. I really don't agree with this strategy. They're not going to be able to compete with me for largest army. So I really don't agree with them trying to buy development cards. They really should be saving their wheat for settlements and cities. But yeah, I've got a lot of knights, so I do have to be wary of the fact that blue may have something good like a victory point or a monopoly. So I do have to be very careful. Blue gets another 8, which gives them 4 wood. Surely they're going to have to trade some of this wood at some point. So blue on 11 cards. Blue just has so much production in this game. They're getting so many cards, but even though their production is so high, they have to 3-for-1 everything they get pretty much to build what they need. So they buy another development card. I really disagree with this. So in this situation here, I'm going to use one of my knights aggressively and try and steal a wood because I know blue has so much wood, and then get lucky and get one. So now it's going to allow me to build a settlement on the 2-for-1 port and then buy a development card. And I get another knight. So this is really scary. The fact I'm getting so many knights means that blue probably has, as I said, a victory point or a monopoly or something really strong. So I'm very worried about the 3 development cards in blue's hand. There's no chance they'll take army on me because I've got 3 knights played and 3 knights in hand. So I've got that down pat. But it means that the rest of the development cards in the deck are going to be very valuable. Blue chooses to place the robber on the 9 wheat and block me. I disagree with this. They need to be blocking orange because orange is going to be challenging them for largest army in this game. Buy another development card. I really think blue buying all these development cards is a big mistake, but then again, I just have to be worried about how many victory points they have in their hand. So I go for a dev card and get another VP, which is really good for me. That's kind of going to secure my win condition going for 3 cities, 2 victory points and largest army. So that's going to pretty much lock that in for me. I just need to build 2 more cities and I got this game. And orange connects their roads to get longest road. It's going to be really important that orange keeps this away from blue because blue is very close to winning this game, especially with the amount of production that they have. And especially when they get 4 wood on an 8 and 3 brick on a 5, just makes them very explosive. And then they're able to build 3 roads here and take longest road. I'm sure that one of those dev cards they have is a VP, so they're probably on 9 points right here, and they're 1 road and a settlement away from winning the game. Orange thankfully rolls a 7 and steals from blue, which is good. It's just going to help blue to, well, not help blue, it's going to hinder blue from getting longest road. But then orange, I have no idea why orange goes for that kind of shape road on this game. They should have just built it straight up the top, but at least they take longest road away from blue here. Blue plays a knight and chooses to rob the 9 wheat. Again, I really disagree with trying to block me here. They really need to be blocking orange so they can take longest road. And builds a road and takes longest road and now has a settlement position open on that 6 ore. So I'm going to use the knight here and just block that high producing spot. Even though I'm not going to get a card from it, I really need to stop blue's production. And I keep getting knights. I keep buying development cards and I keep getting knights. That's really hard for me in this game. I need to get a Year of Plenty or a Monopoly or even another VP would be helpful. Even a road building would be helpful to give me some open settlement positions. Kind of tossing up in this turn whether I should buy 1 or 2 ore, but I just decided to buy 1 ore and then buy a dev card. I just need to make sure I'm spending my cards so I don't get 7'd out in this game. And then a 9 and a 6 roll. This is perfect for me. It means I'm going to be able to build a city next turn. I really hope the orange can take longest road here. And they do. That's really strong for me. I need to make sure they keep building roads and just keep maintaining longest road from blue. And blue uses a monopoly. They're probably going to steal all that ore. That is killer. That really, really hurts. They can build 1 city, maybe 2. So they can only build 1 city. I'm going to use my knight here and try and steal one of those ores back so I can build my city, and it works. So I knew that blue had a lot of ore in his hand there from that development card. And in this situation, I can't build a city. If I did 2-for-1s for an ore, I would have been an ore down. So I just had to Sorry, it would have been 1 wheat down. So I just decided to take the risk on 7ing out because I really need to just make it happen in this game. Blue's far too close to winning. They're probably 2 roads away from winning, so that's why I decided to hold here. And then orange builds another road, which really helps me out. Just keep this game alive long enough. So I'm going to roll here and steal from blue just because I think they still have a lot of ore in their hand. And then I'm just going to have to buy a dev card here and bang, get a Year of Plenty. That's perfect for me. That's going to help me build a city. Hopefully next turn. But yeah, orange has kind of pulled away his largest army, which is good. Blue rolls a 7 and has to discard. Jesus, blue is getting really unlucky in this game. He's getting slammed by the robber. And that's really unlucky getting that 7 there. Puts it on the 9 wheat. Again, I disagree with this. I've got so many development cards. Surely you should know that I'm going to move that straight away. So I make a mistake here. I should have used my Year of Plenty there. I should have 2 for 1, 2 wheat for an ore, and then use my Year of Plenty, but obviously I was just playing, had my head too far in the game and missed that there, so hopefully that doesn't come back and cost me. But then I roll a 6 and get some ore, so next turn I'll be able to build a city. So fingers crossed, I should be 2 turns away from winning the game here. So I'm going to build the city on the 4-8. It's going to put me one card away. Orange rolls a 7, and I'm hoping they put it on blue, and yes, they do. This is such a tense game right here. Blue is so close to winning. But I think I might have it. I think orange just kept their road long enough and I'm going to be able to take this one. Blue steals a wheat from me, which is... This game is so tense. They buy another development card. Blue must be on 9 points right now. And there it is, 2 ore. And I called good game here because I forgot that I played my knight, which is a bit embarrassing, but yeah, then roll a 6 and another 6. So yeah, it's going to be a good game next turn. I just have to hope that blue doesn't have enough for a settlement or a dev card. Yeah, just apologizing in the chat there. Blue places the robber. Steals my ore, and it's not good enough, and I win the game. This was a very, very tense game. Very, very tense. Didn't end up needing that Year of Plenty. And then, yeah, bang, the final city. Very, very tense. So as I was saying, yeah, 1 victory point. So they were on 9 the whole time. It was very close in the end there. We just look at the resource stats here. Blue with 127 resource income. That is outrageous. That's probably the highest resource income I've ever seen in a game, and especially a game that they didn't win. It just shows you how important wheat is in this game. If you don't have wheat, you can't win. You need wheat to essentially do everything. You need wheat to build cities, you need wheat to build settlements, and you need wheat for development cards. And if you don't produce it yourself, you really don't stand a chance of winning. And I think Blue's game here proved that, as well as Orange. Orange had decent production, but just couldn't really do anything with it. And that's it for this episode. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. And to anyone new to my channel, welcome. I hope you got something out of this video. If you would have done anything different in this game, please let me know in the comments down below and we can discuss. Other than that, if you have any feedback and constructive criticism, I'd love to hear it, and thank you.